So we're going to get started here on our first topic, and both you guys feel free to weigh in when it makes sense. This first thing that we're talking about is about accidents, and I really want to hear from both of you guys on different perspectives. One from the legal side, Brian, and then Torsten, also from you, from your personal experience, from the community, and what people are saying. So, the first thing here out of the gate is, what are some of the most basic rideshare accidents? And Brian, I'll start with you on this because you handle, specifically the accident and injury side. But what do you see the most? Who's calling you the most about these accidents?
Yeah, so I mean, rideshare accidents in a lot of ways are like car accidents. They happen in a variety of ways where, it can be a rear end, it can be somebody running a red light, it can be somebody, disregarding the right of way, coming out of a driveway. We see everything. They run the gamut. But at the end of the day, what we're concerned about is, who caused the accident, who was injured in the accident, and how can we make these injured persons whole for what they've been through. So we see every sort of accident come through our office. And what's crazy is it's not all car accidents. When you're in the rideshare world, we handle dog bites, we handle slips and falls. So there's all sorts of ways that people are getting injured in this space. And at the end of the day, the losses that they sustain are real. There's medical bills that need to be covered. If you can't drive, you can't work. Meaning there's lost wages that need to be recovered. So we're helping people in all sorts of situations navigate their way through insurance claims and ensuring that they're adequately, properly compensated for what they've lost.
Yeah, and Torsten, I know a lot of people have reached out to you about accidents as well. I think you even have some pretty interesting stories about people who've reached out to you regarding accidents. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think that you are immune from accidents and this is never going to affect you, if you think, I'm such a great driver, it can happen tomorrow morning. It could happen next week. It could happen in 2 years' time. The bottom line is, when you're out there and we're being pushed as drivers more and more than ever before, fatigue is real. You see more and more people fall asleep behind the wheel because they're just pushing insane hours. You drive around, you see people texting. Take a trip as a passenger and jump into the back of an Uber driver's car or a Lyft driver's car, and quickly you will see that the driving behavior of all, let's say you take 10 trips, is not the same. Some love speeding, some love tailgating. I've seen people text while I'm in the back, and that's your life on the line, right? They may not realize it at that moment, and the next thing they're on the phone and they smash into the car in front of you and get whiplash, etc., etc. So accidents are real. I mean, you don't pretend that'll never happen to you. Um, Everyone's had them. If you're a stellar driver, I mean, I'm 56 years old. I've had two accidents. Um, the statistics are there somewhere down the line, especially as we get older and maybe less alert. This can happen. And what I typically do is, I get a lot of emails and text messages, and I'll look at them, and a lot of people share the photos of their car, and I'm like, geez, you actually got out of that car alive, or you know what I mean? They want to share this incident with me, and it's a very, they want guidance. So the good thing is that we have, and when I say we, Legal Rideshare, you guys and myself have established this relationship for years. So the choice is easy because I know what service the drivers get. I listen to them as best as possible, and then I provide them with all the details, the email, the phone number, and then they call you. And then somewhere it circles back to me and say, thank you so much for introducing me, because they handled that whiplash case, or I didn't actually realize I needed to go to a doctor right away into the ER. So I'm glad I went and got that report. I could have had brain injury. I could have had. So that's what a lot of people are just pretending like it's never going to happen. It can happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it can happen.
Yeah, well, and Torsten, I would jump in on that. I would give you just the tiniest bit of pushback here. It will
Okay.
happen, because the more time that you spend on the road, the more likely this is to happen. And most of the time, it's not about how good of a driver you are. The vast majority of cases that I handle, the driver did nothing wrong. It
Okay.
was somebody not paying attention to their surroundings. It was another driver pulling out of a driveway when they shouldn't have. It was another driver texting and rear-ending the rideshare drive.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
you can
Good.
control yourself, and even if you're the safest driver in the world and you would never cause an accident. I know a lot of drivers who I would be shocked to find out that they were the cause of the collision because they do take this super seriously.
Yeah.
Those are still people who have come into my office injured because other people around them have acted negligently. So it's,
Very,
are you
very,
going?
very true. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really explain that side, but things are constantly happening around you in all lanes. So it takes a millisecond, and a truck can crash into you, or somebody runs a red light, right? You think that's a green light for you, but it's a red light for them, and they hit you in the intersection. So 100% correct. Yes.